Hello, gamers. Welcome to Greybeard's Prospectors or the Greybeard Expedition. This is a badass campaign. It's a longer video. These next 4 videos, I think, will all be longer. I think the shortest one might unfortunately be this one. I think every other one, we have some good ass long battles, we have some long campaigns. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, you're going to hear a difference in my voice starting maybe 3 minutes in. I'm going to sound way clearer, way more awake. So, it is 30 minutes to my bedtime. I got to go sleep, but I've it scripted for this. So, I want to explain the mechanics. You see here, there is essentially it how do I explain this well? I did in my notes here, it says Lizardman mechanic. So it's basically like the web way, but it's the underway. And essentially you're empowering settlements through a certain building in the green tree, and it empowers all of your commandments, which is badass. You'll also notice this faction has a entirely unique army comp. There are no original units except, I think, miners and slayers. This is a very unique campaign. We are a ejected lord from Dwarven society because our experimentation, our denial of the old ways went too far. We've been kicked out. For this campaign, there's 2 pathways, and if you're going to pick up and play it, I recommend a separate campaign for both. There's technically way more, but let me tell you my 2 combinations. So basically in his skill tree, we're going to take this settlement, then we're going to go against Bretonia. Just going to sum that up while I talk about this campaign and how badass it is. And it's better in Warhammer 3 from what I've heard. So, yeah, you can pick up in Warhammer 3 too. So, basically, with him, I'm going to go over this and then his, outskirt mechanics. So, there's 2 possibilities. So, in his skill tree, you have Mad Engineer and Slayer. One, he becomes a Slayer and atones for going too far. And this essentially makes you a Slayer Lord. You buff up 2-handed infantry, so you buff up a lot of the unique infantry here, plus Slayers. So you see all those infantry guys I have in both those armies. You'd buff up those guys, as well as an entire settlement tree he has. The other one, you buff up all of his war machines, which is gyro transports, all this stuff, thunder barges, but both trees buff them up. Just one does war machines way more, and the Slayer one only some. And then there's the research. The research, you have 2 possibilities. You can research the forbidden technology, which is you steal stuff from the Skaven, the Empire, Saratosa, so the vampire pirates, and I think one more I can't remember. And you research those. So you research all of those, and you're doing research into all of these forbidden technologies and modifying your equipment with them. I think that goes very well with the Mad Engineer campaign. And then your other option is actually to, let me say it so I don't say it wrong. I'm very tired. Your other option is to invest in the High King. You start trading back to him. You ask for reinforcements, reestablish your connection. You get more relations with him, and it's a much cooler, I shouldn't say a much cooler campaign. It's a much cooler campaign when it comes to dwarves. This campaign, I went the Slayer path and, made amends and all that. And I found that incredibly enjoyable. In other campaigns, there is a benefit to not doing that. You get an incredibly powerful army if you do his thing. I just wanted to show this is basically a perfect battle here. I absolutely did this battle up. This battle was great. We went around the flanks, we shot them, and then we absolutely killed the hell out of them. And all of our infantry essentially have missiles, so they were able to back up our fleeing units. It was absolutely lovely. Outside of that, there was one more campaign mechanic I have here. So the custom buildings. It's essentially an entirely custom build palette. So in the green tree, there's a building that costs money but spreads control. There's a building that turns into a prospector town, which produces golden idols, essentially, and also loses control, but it also does growth and stuff, because he's just a non-conventional lord. I love basically everything about this campaign. Now that I'm done ranting about it, let's continue taking down these southern Bretonians. We're going to take over this section. I'll explain my strategy here. Good morning, Vietnam! We're back from the gym. It's the morning. I spent the morning getting psyoped. However schizophrenic you think that is, or however psychological and fucking insane you think that sentence is, make it 10 times worse. To be frank, just like imagine 10 times worse than whatever you're thinking. I am fully a paranoid schizophrenic now. I have been ruined. To be frank, it is awful. No, I will not give context. It's the gym stuff, but let's go over our strategy here. I'm trying to take out Cirque de Lios. I think I actually said that name pretty fucking good. But with her, I want to take out her main settlement. I think that might be what this battle is. I'm forgetting here. I'm going to take her out to secure, because she had that settlement right to the right of us, of our corridor or our valley. I wanted to take that to be kind of a barrier to Kimry. Here, let's go over this real quick. So I took that settlement right there to give us a barrier between the Tomb Kings and us. I'm kind of going to use it to help us, like, fight against anything that comes from the east. So we'll have our second army kind of there in that northernmost settlement in our valley, and he can use the underway to travel to that settlement. But first, I really do want to go over here and just pick a fucking fight with her. Just drive it home and attack her. It's really the only thing we can do. Real quick. Why is this little take so long? Cut away. Come on. Don't put us into the turns. Wait, no. I remember. This is in my script. I'm stupid. This guy came to us, and this is part of our strategy. I mean it. This is part of our strategy. He came to us with a fucking alliance. He wants us to, like, really, really be his friends. We are actually, you see me hovering over that accept? Nope. We're declining. And how I characterize that is that we were long in conversation with him before turning it down politely. We also turned down her peace agreement, and we're going to siege her settlement. Now, it is going to be a long and hard siege. It's going to be hard fought. But there's a good purpose to it. I'm going to take this coastline to just complete. And yeah, you guys didn't see the long and hard siege, but we're like 6 turns later. And we lose one of our Obsidian Legion, who are like a tier 2, tier 3 unit from the Red Tree. So they actually aren't that good. I checked before doing that. I'm like, oh no. But we are going to continue down this coastline, as I just want to secure the left coastline for a very real reason. Now, I know, you guys can't guess, but scream at the screen like you're fucking watching Dora, okay? Because I'm doing it for a smart gosh dang reason. I want to increase profits. We're also sending a guy up to the Empire to get Malachi McCason. Because, you know, he has a duty to us. He maybe learned under us or something. But we have a building in our main province that expands all money in adjacent provinces. If we get that in our main province to the province to the right, so the one between us and the Black Pyramid, and over here on the left, we will have enough profits to field 3, 4, 5 armies to drive us into the late game of seclusion with the dwarves. Because that's kind of how I play dwarves, is, you know, grudge-bearing expansionism that feeds into a haughty, kind of intense hunkering down. So I kind of set a grudge for myself, which was like this section of Araby, and then I kind of just play it. So in this episode, you'll see me expand to the brink of our expansionism, but then I don't want to show you the 100 or so turns afterwards of waiting. You know, I did those on my own, And got, you know, just to like give you the little bit of finalization, so you guys don't walk away from this episode disappointed. Archeon died. Not to us, dude. He just died. He fell down fucking dead. like, like he, no joke, actually just like died to the Empire. Like deep in Empire territory, him and the three others ended up dying. It was a era of peace. Like, okay. I also wanted to spend a minute to discuss before we get to the next main advancement. Actual major spoilers for Elfslayer. I want to point that out to you guys. So if you're intending on reading Elfslayer, I'm going to spoil a bit up to chapter 6, I think. I wanted to talk about how weak they make Felix. So, like, in these old books, like, Felix was strong. Like, he fought, like, even Orc Slayer, he was pretty damn strong. But, no, they made him lose to some fat merchant guy and have to get saved by Godric. Like, I'm fine with Godric being strong, with Godric being the protector. But put credit on my boy Felix's name. He is, like, you know, just like Maximilian Schreiber said, he's immortal. Like, he, not really, but he is become ageless. He's being strangely kept alive. He is strong, just like Godric. He's the best swordsman that, you know, Maximilian's ever walked beside. Like, he could easily take an elven swordsman. Like, he could take a fat old guy trained in fucking Tibian swordsmanship. That shit pissed me off. I know it lent credence to the story, and he's strong, and he has this survival instinct, and he's really inventive, but I do really wish they lended credit to his name. Also, dude, he got fucking assaulted. Like, by the fucking CRS. Like, excuse me, my guy? No means no. Dude, he was trying to put her off. This is not me. You know, I think for story purposes, it's going to help him recover. It's going to help him realize, Eureka's on another path in life and all that stuff. But man, that, what was happening kind of made me shiver. It's just a topic I don't really enjoy being presented. I know it probably wasn't intended in the way I took it. Like, she's very vulnerable, and she doesn't, she's like scared, and she's lonely, and she doesn't want to lose her life, and all this stuff. So yeah, that's true, but dude, it bothered me a little bit. I had to stop watching in the gym. I'm like, ugh. Or like listening to it in the gym. I'm like, I can't do that. Not right now. So no, now I can't wait. They're being followed by a Skaven ship. It's going to be a good little fight. We got Thanquol back. It's going to be great. We declared war on the Tomb Kings. We're trying to secure our our full second province right here. That northern province we're probably going to leave alone for like forever. So we're here. Let's just do this. We got an ambush. We're going to use the ambush to our advantage. Holy fuck. I thought this video was way longer than it is, but we're doing pretty damn good. Okay, let's go ahead and siege this place. We've got about an equal stack to them, and our stack is way stronger. I mean, they have those Sunthi, or whatever, those big anti-infantry constructs, which probably tore through our dwarves in that auto-resolve, but I was confident to let the general resolve it himself, and we have taken that province. Here, I think, yeah, I showed those two just so I can show this. This is the research I talked about. In the top right, you can see a bunch of options. You can only choose one of those. Those are gods. I'm hovering right over the tribute to the High King. That's a path where you get the regular units. If you look at that top row, starting on the left and heading through the middle, how there's a top and bottom option, you can only choose one of those. And one generally adds control, but you lose money. And one generally loses money, adds money, but loses control. And you have to find a balance. Then you see the other ones that cost money on the bottom. Those are the ones you can take if you don't do tribute to the High King. And they add a bunch of modifications you can do to your troops' weaponry and stuff. And I bet this is way expanded upon in Warhammer 3. So I would recommend, for everyone who watches my content, pick up these in Warhammer 3. I cannot justify recommending, picking up in Warhammer 2 to you. Warhammer 2 is outdated. It's very fun. I love it. But it is an outdated game. You'll get better returns playing Warhammer 3. The only reason I play Warhammer 2 is because I didn't want my saves ruined, and I'm waiting for DLCs. Like, I just need to step away from that game. I sunk, like, fucking 800 hours into it or something insane. So we're going to go ahead and finally secure this other province. I think we have one settlement that's been taken by Trico there, the little raptor rider. Yeah, I'm damn happy I recorded that first take last night. Let's get some runes going up before we head up to fight the second little Tomb Kings over here. But no, I've been I don't know. I'm thugging it out through these last couple videos, and I just want to live like Larry. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after these. I know I'm gonna take a while off. I think I might, like, figure out what I'm doing next. It's going to be crazy. Because I know after these, I'm doing another strategy game. I'm not sure what it'll be. It might be, like, Banner Saga or something. Because I have all three of those. I've never played them. Let's go ahead here. What is this? Okay, we're doing pretty damn good here. I could easily win this. Let's keep the siege up for a minute. I don't think there's any reason I shouldn't be able to win this. Because they've got, like a full garrison that matches up to me. Or that's a full army and then a little garrison. That's what it looks like. Let's check the map. Is this a... Come on. Lord have mercy, come on. Holy cow. Let's pop an autosave. Dude. I guess I'm thugging it out. I'm fighting. That shit was loading forever. It is a two-sided one. That'll be good. We're just going to go ahead, do that. We've got the 2 siege towers, which will let those slayers get in there on damage, just absolutely fighting it out. We're going to get our gyro transport over here to this side. We want to just spawn these guys up here real quick. Because then they can just shoot the fuck out of these guys from the top. We have our whole army coming in this side while they're clumping around the gates, which our gunmen are going to shoot down at, supported by our slayers. And then we are going to fight the good fight. They're all getting regen. That doesn't exactly matter. We are taking some pretty heavy damage on some of our expeditioners. That's not going to matter. I want to secure the towers. They aren't going to do anything at this point. We're, like, all in the gate. But we have these multiple clumps that I don't really want to deal with. I want to secure the walls before I do anything. So I'm pushing a lot of those guys towards the front gate. So that's where they tend to congregate. I've also brought down the whole group that came from the left over there. We're now going to push them forward towards their Tomb King, or towards their hero who's supporting their bindings. And we don't want to let that happen. We're going to use Bugmans to keep our front line healed up. Yeah, I think every faction should have a heal. So I kind of have put that in. I'll usually, these next couple campaigns, you'll see me always using a barman. Like, I forget what they're called. They're literally called, like, I forget. But there's 2 different kinds, and both of them can heal. So you'll basically always see me doing something like that. We have our Lord essentially fighting pretty fucking hard over there against that clump of basic infantry. He's being supported by a couple gun lines, and they're supporting a front line. He is also a gunman, so I shouldn't misconstrue it. We're going to go over here. We're rotating towards the central point. We're wanting to lure them down into this absolute firing line, which will inflict unit losses. And on that note, we're going to capture like 3 more settlements. So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or whenever you're watching this. Hope you guys come back for more. If not, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope to see you guys again next time. If not, that's okay. Thank you all. As always, I know I say this a lot. Oh, positive affirmations. It is. Thank you guys for validating my hobby. Even if there's one view, even if the watch time just equals the amount of time I put in, or doesn't even. The fact you guys give me your time, the fact you guys view it, and anything else means the fucking world to me. Like, I cannot grasp how validating and how encouraging it is to have people watch and enjoy what I do. So thank you. From like the deepest depths of my heart, thank you as always. I can never say it enough. I never will. But thank you.